Hey guys, welcome to the Clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is going to be on Toy Story 4. Now, when I first heard this movie was coming out, I thought to myself, do I really need this? And then the previews came out, and this whole Forky character I thought was going to be silly. And I really thought that, the trilogy of Toy Story movies that we have right now, I thought were brilliant. Every single one of them is an A. They're all great movies, and it kind of wrapped up pretty well in at the end of the third one. The third one being my favorite of the whole franchise. So I was really kind of almost disappointed that they were going to try to keep going. Just, I thought of it as they're trying to find something to do and they don't have nothing to do. So, let's just stick something onto the end of the Toy Story franchise. But no, this movie was the total opposite of everything I thought. I did need this movie. This movie was awesome. This movie was funny. It's probably the funniest of all the Toy Story movies. I laughed out loud, especially there's this little montage of Forky, Forky being the spork and all the pipe cleaners and little trash elements that Bonnie puts together her first day at kindergarten, and falls in love with this toy and that she created. And you see when she creates it, that's when it comes to life. And I thought, man, that's something we haven't seen in any of the Toy Story movies. That was new. And I didn't think that they could do that. I didn't think that they could surprise me. But the funny thing is that the part she gets to make him, that she gets from the trash. And once she puts them together, he's like drawn to the trash can. And there's this whole montage of him trying to get into different kinds of trash cans. And I tell you, I was laughing out loud. It was hilarious. But that's not the only funny moment in this movie. There's a lot of great moments in this movie. This movie just felt like just a normal, natural progression of the franchise. It didn't feel like they were just trying to throw this on at the screen. You could tell that the writers took their time. Original story, and that's another thing. The villain in this movie was a great villain. I mean, and a redeemable villain. And I thought that was brilliant. And another thing new to the franchise, this movie is very smart, as well as well crafted. I mean, of course, all three of the original Toy Story movies still hold up today. The animation is still incredible, if not the best of the Pixar films. And with this one, they didn't slack off at all. This one is just as great, just as realistic looking that they can do with the animation film. And I was very impressed. But there's another moment in this movie I have to talk about it because I was literally almost in tears in the theater. But there's these three little action figures that are like, you know, and two of them like high-five each other and high-five everybody else. And there's always this one that's in the back like has his hand up. He wants to give high five, but nobody's giving him a high five. But the way they set it up was just brilliant and hilarious. I mean, it literally had me in tears. They did it once and then they did it again and maybe a third time. I can't remember, but I just know that the second time they did it, I was dying. It's great. This movie's great. You need to go see it. Grab up your kids or just go by yourself. Go and see this movie. It's a lot of fun. Great movie, and just another great addition to the whole entire franchise. But I'm very impressed with them, and honestly, I don't know, but I will tell you, it's more of a Woody story than it is a toy story. I felt like this was almost like a conclusion of Woody's storyline, his whole arc. But they could, it doesn't end badly or anything, but they could go in other directions. But the other toys, they're in this. You have all your favorites in this movie, so don't worry about that. With an addition of even more cool stuff, even creepier elements. The ventriloquist dolls, man, they freak me out in real life, and in this movie, they freak me out even more. Something about ventriloquist dolls just creep me the hell out. But anyway, go see this movie, guys. Very well done, and I hope they keep on going because they seem to be at a very A plus in this whole franchise. So Keep them coming, guys. And I'd be fine if they didn't. I'd be fine if this is the last of the Toy Story movies because they're all great. But if they do another one, I'm going to be totally behind it, and I'm not going to be skeptical like I was with this one. So that being said, have you seen Toy Story? Do you plan on seeing it? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!